What's up, Snatch Nozzles?
Snatch Nozzles.
I'm McStud.
And I'm Mrs. McStud.
Yes, Snatch Nozzles.
Snatch Nozzles. That's hard to say.
Snatch Nozzles.
Snatch Nozzles.
Yes. Got a surprise. I bought Miss McStud a dildo for Valentine's Day.
Did you?
A malt liquor dildo.
Oof.
You're gonna take it all too.
Seriously?
That cap's gonna be pushing against your cervix.
Oof.
While your pussy just wraps around the bottle.
That is no.
You're gonna give birth, the first malt liquor birth in United States history.
Oof.
Anyways, bitches, it's Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Our motherfucker gets his dick out and goes to the nearest old folks' home. Unless those thirsty old hoes suck his dick. Malt liquor.
That's ridiculous.
Shit, if they got good retirement plans, they'll probably pay you to let them suck your dick.
Ah!
Like, only if you take your gums out, Mrs. Carter. Oh, you know I will. Oh, your dentures, not gums. Take your gums out.
I think you're a little ditzy today.
Wow, yeah, take your dentures out. You know, I want a mad gummer from the freak at the old folks' home.
FFS.
Yes. I'm going to hold on to her wrinkles under her neck while she does it.
Oh, God.
Anyways, how was your day, Miss McStud?
It's alright.
Awesome?
Sure.
Amazing?
Yeah.
All I know is we had some snow last night, and the kids were deathly sick that they had to go to school after a 2-hour delay. Had their minds set on staying home. Like, well, it didn't snow that much, Chitlin.
It's not fair. The other counties are closed.
Well, he walked in today. I was like, oh, you got a 2-hour delay. He just stopped and stood for a good 5 to 6 seconds and then slowly walked out of the room like, really?
I'd be happy with 2-hour delay. Shit.
I want a 2-hour delay. I actually have had a 2-hour delay at my job before.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I know. That never happens in any other place.
And you go, I think you still had to take me to work and drop me off, and then you went and got us breakfast.
I did.
And coffee, and then brought back.
Yep. Delicious breakfast sandwiches from Rickers, or what's now, it's called Get Go now. They make some stellar breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah. Especially when you can order them. That was stellar.
Oh, yeah. I didn't, they had this little ordering kiosk. I'm like, wait, I can put what I want on these sandwiches? Holy shit. And they come out fresh?
It was good.
Absolutely fucking yes. And they were delicious. And I got Miss McStud everything she wanted on hers. Plus, what I had? Bacon. I added bacon to it.
Added bacon. That was good.
Mmm. Tasty. But yes, anyways. Again, I said anyways. Because I'm going to say it about 1,500 times this video. Anyways.
Why?
I don't know. Just because. It's like people saying like. You know, like when I went to the store and the cashier was like,
no.
"Hey, are you gonna pay for that?"
Oh my God! When I can tally mark how many times people say
yeah,
during a speech or anything.
We were about to have sex and my dick got so hard and she was looking at it and I said touch it and she was like, "Your penis?" And I was like, "Yeah," because it's hard. And it needs to go in your mouth or vagina. Because that's
Stop it!
how things happen, in the book.
Oh my God.
But no, we've been hearing this radio ad about addiction. Specifically, I guess any type of addiction, really, is what it's venturing towards. And it keeps saying that addiction is a disease. Let that sink in for a second. Addiction is a disease. And we might have some people that argue with this, but we're going to set the record straight. Malt liquor. Addiction is one thing. People get addicted to cigarettes. People get addicted to drugs. I'm addicted to your titties.
Seriously?
However, my addiction to your titties is not a disease. Like, it didn't just form in my body.
You just said like.
Yes, I did. Because you're going to catch it now. But I put myself in that position to be addicted. Much as people who smoke cigarettes put themselves in a position to be addicted by that. Or any type of addictive drug. You choose to do it, the risk of addiction is there. Painkillers that the doctor prescribes you can be addictive. However, those things are not a disease. A disease is like cancer.
Something that's not an option.
Not an option. Something you can't help. When you put yourself in a position to be addicted to something, even if you didn't realize it was addictive, it's still an addiction, not a fucking disease. Like, I'm addicted to a lot of things. I'm addicted to watching certain TV shows. Addicted to playing my little games on my phone.
You shouldn't have that disease. Oh, it's been a news article too on the news stations that phones are ruining relationships.
Addiction to phones, that's going to be a disease. Cell phone disease is what they're going to call it. No, that's an addiction, which you can break away from. Have some fucking willpower and get some goddamn help. And keep yourself away from things that might bring your addiction back.
And people.
And people and environment. I mean, if you can't get yourself out of the environment, I'm sorry. You gotta be strong. You know? You gotta fight through that shit. You gotta want it. And it's something you can overcome. Disease is not something you can always overcome.
Right.
Miss McStud, I believe. How are you feeling on this matter?
It pisses me off.
Why does it piss you off?
Because I've had several family members die of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And cancer, in my opinion, is a disease.
Mm-hmm.
And addiction is not. My family did not choose to have cancer and choose to die and leave their family.
It's like heart disease. You can live a totally healthy life. Totally healthy life. Have heart disease. Something you can't help. No matter what you do.
And can't recover.
Can't recover. What are some other diseases? The plague? Isn't that a disease?
Probably.
There's various other things that you just can't help.
Diabetes is probably a disease.
And sometimes you can't help that. But a lot of times you can't.
It's hereditary.
It just hereditary. It runs in your family. That's a disease. You're destined to have fucking diabetes. Or, like Wilford Brimley would say, diabetes.
Oh, God.
I can't stand that word. It's funny, though, in the song, but I got diabetes. Okay. Everyone has their preference. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. So, what's your opinion on addiction and disease, Miss McStud?
I just said that.
Well, is there anything else that...
No, it just pisses me off.
Well, I mean...
At the end of the day, addiction is...
You don't want to go put a needle in your arm and inject heroin and get addicted to it and then say, I have a disease?
Addiction is an option. That's the main point. Addiction is an option. It's by choice. And can be stopped at any time. Even though it's hard and you have withdrawals and all this bullshit. But...
You shouldn't have put yourself...
Should have started it.
Should not have put yourself in that position to begin with.
Not saying that I'm not proud of people that,
overcome it.
Have overcome addiction. I have friends.
Yeah.
Friends, good friends that have been addicted to different things and they've overcome it and they're living their everyday life. I have several on my friends list actually.
Yeah.
But still, addiction is not a disease.
It is not.
And it shouldn't be treated as such, and it shouldn't be advertised on the radio station.
And don't get me wrong, I know addiction is devastating and hard and horrible.
For yourself and your family.
For everyone around you.
Just like disease. That's probably the only way they're related.
That's probably the only way they're related, but it is not a disease. It is something you can fix. And I get some people may not be able to fix that
They
within
can't
themselves.
fix it alone.
And even with help, they might not be able to. Once it gets in, everyone's different with different stuff, shit. And they might not be able to fix it alone or with help, but it's still not a disease.
The thing is,
it's something they chose to do.
But these people, I've known enough addicts that would go to a house to get treated.
The halfway house?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Treated. So what they do is they take away your addiction product. For instance, meth. If you were addicted to meth and if you were to go to a halfway house, what they're going to do is they're going to take away your meth. But they're going to give you another addictive substance, and that's Suboxone.
Yeah, that's
and
like
then they treat it with Suboxone. How they treat it is they give you so much Suboxone a day to start, and then they start weaning you off Suboxone. But the thing is, some of these people they send home. So addiction, some of these people actually try to get help. I've known people like this, but they try to get help, and then they just give them something else, but they don't put them in a halfway house because there's not enough room, or they don't meet the qualifications, or whatever.
And they give them something else they can be addicted to.
Yeah, so
something
now
else
they're addicted to something else.
Something else their body wants and thinks it needs, but that's not a disease.
It's not
either
a disease,
way.
no.
It's just the crazy.
But I completely, and I don't want to sound mean, but I completely understand addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've never been addicted to the point of that.
Yeah.
But many of my friends have been through it, and I've seen them struggle, and I've seen them lose everything. They've literally hit rock bottom and lost their kids, lost their house, sleeping in a car, or whatever.
Addiction to cigarettes, which, we smoke. That doesn't...
Well, I'm not, going to die tomorrow or overdose tomorrow.
Yeah.
I call that addiction. I don't...
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But even with halfway houses, they take your shit away, but you're still able to leave the house.
Not for the first, depending on what it is, what house you're at, and what substance you're addicted to. You're not allowed to leave for the first 30 days.
And then after that, you're
allowed to have day passes or night passes.
And a lot of times people go out and they find the first person they see with some bullshit.
The problem is they go straight back to their clique.
Their neighborhood.
And
the people they know.
And they all are already on that, or still on that, which they chose to get away from, and then they start right back up.
Yeah. So it's a painful, horrible mess.
It is either way, but
it sucks. But it's not a disease.
It's not a disease. A disease is something that people cannot help, and that an overdose will kill you. Don't get me wrong, but again, you're the one that decided to digest whatever it is you take, or shoot, or whatever.
And speaking of addiction and disease, you know what pisses me off? People with the disease of diabetes have to pay for their insulin. If you're addicted to something that requires to be revived with Narcan, it's free.
Not in Hancock County anymore.
Really?
I told you that.
That was being prosecuted if you overdosed.
Well, yeah, but they're going to obviously make you
pay. They still charge you for it? Thank God.
They should. With all the fees, I would think that would be added.
Yeah, but a lot of places it's free.
Yeah, it's just started.
And there's a lot of places that have heroin houses now. Have you heard about these?
No.
It's like places.
I've heard of needle exchanges.
It's safe places to go to inject reasonable amount of heroin so you don't overdose. Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
I've never heard of that.
It is fucking crazy.
But my family member that has diabetes is paying a good fucking $400 to $800 a month, probably, on diabetes supplies.
Yeah.
Not even, let alone getting started
Mm-hmm.
with diabetes, where you have to buy the monitor, if you're going to get a pump,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever, and then you got to buy sugar-free food, and then you got to buy certain foods
Lord,
that if your sugar drops, then you got to have something to snack on, and then, and then ongoing, you have to buy needles.
A bag of Skittles, $1.29. Sugar-free food, $6.78.
Yep.
And they do not. This country does not make it easy to live healthy.
No, they don't.
You want to eat healthy? A fucking salad is fucking $7. A McDouble from McDonald's, $1.49, $39, something like that. Oh, great option. Let's eat healthy, but you basically have to be wealthy to eat healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking stupid. And then we got these motherfuckers. Addiction's a disease. No, you're the disease.
And putting it in everybody else's head that has addiction, that it's a disease. And even probably some of my family members that have cancer or actual disease are going to disagree with this.
And what they're thinking, it's like, oh, we can't help it. It's a disease. No, if you would have never started it, you wouldn't have that addiction.
Or even if you started it by accident or by you were stressed out or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
To stop it. Just stop it. Like, just go get help and quit. You know it's not good. You know that you could overdose on it. You know that all this other shit. Go get help. Get treated.
But don't call it a disease to make it. A disease is like the Band-Aid on the fact that you have an addiction. Like, let's call it a disease and be like, oh.
Addiction is curable. A disease is incurable. Like, you can't.
In most instances, some instances it's not. There are treatments for disease. But don't put yourself in a position, like if you never would have started what you're doing to be addicted, you wouldn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, it's as simple as that. Like, you put yourself in that position to do it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Disease. Ugh. Malt liquor. That's all I gotta say about that. It's fucking irritating is what it is. It's an aggravating subject.
It is.
Because all these bullshit people use it as an excuse. Like, well, I have a disease. Like, what's your disease? Addiction. No! No.
Medical profession or somewhere, I'm sure that there's some psychiatrist or something stupid out there that is telling these people this.
Is there a disease that's like, God, I just need to fucking shoot some heroin? I'm pretty sure before hypodermic needles and anything else that was created like that, the cavemen did not have an addiction to heroin. Like, God, I need some heroin. Where's it at? Oh, we don't have any. Fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Now, I think the biggest addiction, like I can think of right now, in the Civil War was morphine.
Because they would get injured.
Because they had to go through some, like we had no anesthetic at that point.
Yeah.
So morphine was like the biggest painkiller, and it was very addictive. And they had to go through it, and some people, they got addicted to morphine. That wasn't a disease.
No.
It was something they were given before you acknowledged that it was an addictive product. But they had to take it to make the fucking sawing of their fucking leg off through the bone with no anesthetic somewhat comfortable, if you can call it that. And I can't even imagine what those guys went through, but it wasn't a disease. It wasn't a disease then, it's not a disease now. Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit.
But I'm 2 years clean.
And I'm always happy to see people off the shit they started.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm really happy.
Stories.
I'm happy to see people doing good for themselves, making an effort, going to the meetings, whatever they need to do, counseling, groups, anything. But don't call it a disease.
And some of them go back, relapse.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that relapse and then do better even the second time
Yeah.
is really good in my book,
and
too.
that's strictly addiction, not disease.
Right.
Don't mix the two up. That's stupid. You're not born like. And don't get me wrong, there are some parents or kids that are born with
Addicted.
parents that were addicted to drugs, and that's not their fault. But that's still an addiction. Like in their system, it's an addiction. That's not a disease they were born with. It was their parents' addiction that caused it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a disease they can their body just.
It's not their
Had
choice.
happened. Yeah, it wasn't their choice. That's not a disease.
It's
That's the shitty parents that want to
happens.
fucking do drugs while they're fucking pregnant. Or whatnot. Fuck my life. This is ridiculous.
You never thought we'd have to talk about this in 2020, right?
Well, it's not that. It's been one of those things for several years that's irritated me.
Yeah.
When people start calling addiction disease. And you start labeling things to make it seem like it's okay what you're doing.
Yeah. It's
Because
okay
you can't help it.
It's a disease.
No, you could have helped it before you started it and not done it at all. That's what you could have done. Really. So you need to be responsible and accept the results of your actions.
But you fucked up.
You fucked up.
That's what you gotta. I fucked up. I should have never done this.
Let's sorry.
Fix it.
I don't get along with people, so I can't hold a job. That's a disease. I just can't get along with people. That's my disease. I hate people.
Oof.
I'm sorry, that's not a disease. You're just not a very good person to be around, apparently.
Well, I don't like people some days.
I don't either, but you
That
still
doesn't
gotta
make
fucking...
me. No.
Yeah, I don't like people a lot of days, but I ain't got no damn disease about it. I know what it is. I just hate people. But it's not a disease, and I'm not going to blame it on my fact that I can't stay employed. Because I can't get along with people. And that's your fucking fault. You need to fix yourself. You know?
Yep.
Or find a job where you got to deal with people. And it's not, sometimes not even that. It's their supervisors. Like, I don't like being told what to do. How the fuck are you ever going to work anywhere? Unless you start your own goddamn business. I mean, seriously?
You are the supervisor.
Is that a
but there's
disease
always
too?
Somebody over you.
Is that a disease? Jesus, I got to shit all the fucking time. Is that a disease?
You might have a disease.
Now I got the shitting disease? What the fuck?
Oof.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you're itching right now. Is that a disease?
Yeah. I think I have skin disease.
Oh, skin. And that's a thing.
You're gonna rub me down with some lotion.
I'm going to rub her
later.
down with some lotion. Because she got a disease. She got that itch.
I got disease, not an addiction.
Fucking, I tell you what, people piss me off. And when they start promoting it on, like, radio and TV, addiction is a disease. You know, why don't you get addicted to these nuts? And I'll show you how much of a fucking disease it is.
Oof.
Because I can't get rid of this one. She got addicted to these nuts. She don't
It's
want...
Valentine's Day tomorrow. You should start being nice to me now.
I am. And it is Valentine's Day tomorrow. We'll end the video with a good note. Actually, you know, and Valentine's Day is a fun day, but in reality, in relationships, it's good. You know, it's always good to do nice things for each other. But we really, every day
We do that every
is
day.
like a Valentine's Day for us. Like, really, you know, I pick you up little things here and there.
I know you do.
You know, it's like every day is like a Valentine's Day for us, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's amazing. I'm addicted to that, but it's not a disease.
What would you do without me?
I have withdrawals, and I have to call it a disease because I just can't live without you. I mean, next thing, separation is a disease. Separation anxiety is a disease.
You'll be hiding in my walls.
Oh God, we were watching the crazy show last night. Oh, is that your worst nightmare? Yeah, it was your worst nightmare.
Yep.
You fucking dated this little, or went
on one date.
met this young girl, and then you ended up living in her walls and pretending to be like a ghost and shit. You got caught. They let him out, and he ended up murdering a pregnant woman and her child with 2 other kids. That's a disease right there. That's a mental disease. Like, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
That is a real fucking mental disease. When you... Yeah. Mm.
That's a disease.
Oh, that's an addiction. And I say that because dick is an addiction, except for the K. Addiction.
What's that?
I don't know. You always want it. You can't get enough of it.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, whatever. Malt liquor. Yeah. That's our rant for the night. Like, we kind of wanted to get into it last night, but we needed some time. And it was like almost 20 minutes into the video when we wanted to do that.
Eve.
Speaking of, what do you want for dinner?
Food. FOD!
That's what your fucking daughter told me when I asked her what she wanted for dinner too earlier. You fucking fucks.
I really want some tomato soup, but I don't have any.
Oof. Sounds disgusting.
You're disgusting.
But I like titties.
Eve.
We're at 26 minutes, not bad. But yeah, that's our take. You guys can agree or disagree, but facts. Addiction is not a disease. Like, you didn't just wake up, I gotta try this at fucking 22 years old. Now you're addicted, and now you have a disease. Get the fuck out of here. I'm McStud.
I'm Mrs. McStud.
And we'll catch you bitches tomorrow for Michael Bolton Friday. Mrs. McStud was singing Michael Bolton songs last Friday. I just wanted to tell you that. Like, she was singing along with him on the radio.
FFS. That's not how the song that I
All the
realized.
shit she talks. She was singing along to Michael Bolton songs on Michael Bolton Friday. Which was fucking amazing. FFS. For fuck's sake. We'll catch you bitches tomorrow. Deuces, bitches.